inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material. Glad you asked. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented Eternite, because it's nice and orderly. No, there's more to this. You get this strange. Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. There are several footprints in the mud. Heavy workers, isn't this something?
Noted.
Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46? You don't know. 5. Another standard. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make, impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? A woman or a kid? Understood. Anything else? 200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say heavily built.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up.
Maybe there was a physically impressive strongman in their midst. Someone who wanted to impress their peers.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between 2 men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see? Interesting. Let's name it someone operating a workbench with a pedal, like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
I don't know why I said that. We are not looking for a drummer.
The lieutenant clearly appreciates the chance to...
Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He doesn't seem to hear you. Looking south, toward the traffic jam.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? You're right. Let's keep a low profile. A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here. And yes, everything fits so well. Isn't it strange to have your assumptions confirmed like this? This is what someone whispering suggestions in your ear would like you to feel. The lieutenant is saying something, but you can't hear it.
What? Withhold being content? What are you? Live a little! Everything on the damn crime scene fits like a glove! You should get shit-faced on this damn crime scene! Regardez la brutal! He wants to...
Detective?
The lieutenant looks at you curiously. A beat passes in silence. The lieutenant doesn't understand what's happening right now. You're twisting at your tie.
I agree. Our assumptions could be wrong.
An inconspicuous pile of the An inconspicuous pile, because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why there it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's invest.
This trash container is locked. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the This trash container, well, it is a container.
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too. We could try using a pry bar. The one you took from my motor carriage, or we might want to ask for a key from...
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid. Force time isn't happening. You've jammed the pry bar under the lid, but it just isn't. There's a creaking sound as the pry bar slips.
Let's ask the manager for the key. This is clearly not working.
This trash container. There's something. Well, it is a container.
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria?
This trash container.
We could try using a pry bar. We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably...
Force time isn't happening.
Let's ask the manager for the...
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig? Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about. I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno, right then.
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him.
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such. You will see.
The language these kids are using. Pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Fuck no! Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit. The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got. Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
If I were to want to waste my time, which I...
The usual being. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Or have...
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo. Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road. You heard Kuno? I don't know. Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking...
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where... You wanna know where Kuno was?
Don't tell him that, Kuno. It's lame.
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's City. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno's City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about...
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it
Just a couple of pigs sniffing...
Yeah, you tell the faggot.
looks like you're a fagari.
Your test...
Get lost.
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Yeah, Kuno's in a fucking gang. In a bang gang. Kuno bangs for Magie, bangs for Mazda, bangs for Revachol.
He lays the names out there with pride and precision, like cards on a table. Right when he's getting distracted.
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you. Help! Pig's got Kuno. Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help! Everybody,
Escalate, Kuno. His dick is out. You're afraid.
pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
Help! Misters, help!
He's having the time of his life.
He's flashing Kuno! No!
The nearly psychopathic way they could slip in and out of the act implies you're not the first victim.
No one? Kuno's doing this because he likes...
This is where Kuno establishes dominance. Change of plan. You can't let that happen. It will make things harder.
Help! The pig's gagging him. Kuno can't speak.
Look.
For emphasis, a ghost is saying this. A shit-eating psychopathic.
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up, look. The Kuno's dad get.
Relax. He can't read your mind. He doesn't know you were thinking that.
I can. Kuno can smell that violent shit. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut. You're nothing. You're a joke to Kuno. Kuno laughs at you. King Kuno.
Backing up was a bad idea. Now he thinks.
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch! You're gonna be in.
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever!
A peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
You don't talk to me about my fucking people. You don't know where I come from. You just Kuno's bottom bitch.
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch.
Click, 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 click!
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Erie-Opagite descent.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno. Look, Kuno doesn't explain.
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden. Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things.
Don't be wondering about Kuno's shit, pig. Fuck does Kuno care about your hunch? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. The fuck about it? Your test.
Get lost,
Kuno doesn't fuck.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. Murder was the. I'll die before I. What's this?
Get the fuck out of here.
I'll die before I. You don't want to fuck with.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind.
I'll die before I.
Be still, my beating heart. It's the lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade. See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no?
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling and...
Thank you for clearing that up.
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why.
I thought as much. And are you the only...
Well, yes. Us and...
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
Callous? What are you?
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism. He killed himself.
No one was implying you were, officer.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're...
This trash container is with a well-oiled crack. The lock pops. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye as the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, drop them in here, officer. Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything?
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard.
The fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an
See? Not really.
The lieutenant nods. You see milk, an egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages, a box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodle. It's just organic. Nothing. It's nothing. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It shows something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still...
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Well,
His eyes express a rare condolence.
lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select...
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking only in its social sensibility. The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out? It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor. Below the pathetics, terror. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've sold, how many years you've been on the...
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just...
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across it. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes. 2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. That's okay. We all do.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your... Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each in a title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murder. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location. And the murder at the hookah. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you...
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. You know, it's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists again, in your defense. I seem to have named one, the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete. The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across the page. Things to be done and things already done.
No, actually. Any ideas? Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded out blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. In the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And you don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires... But they appear pleasant. These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to 12 pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. Yes, all that remains now. The rest of the stinking cellulose, it's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. If you want it to be... It's not though. It's toilet. Still wet, the toilet paper. I mean, kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
Fuck does Kuno care? You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in? Shit. Get the fuck out of here.
You can't do that, Kuno. You trying to fuck it?
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there. Oh, that. Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape. Yeah, Kuno plays on snuff radio, fucks pigs, live, fucks their heads off. Kuno's a cop killer. It's a vitamin pig. Don't you know anything?
You could use some.
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
It's a
You could use some.
Yeah, it's the.
Oh, don't teach.
You're not getting this, pig.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag.
Of course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just got a fly, pig. Not for you, pig. Kuno can't.
Kuno can't wait to see you
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy.
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno shiz.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about hit. The fuck do you want with it? Oh, that. Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
What?
What is this shit? Fucking on yourself.
fuck your shit back to normal. What is this?
well played. No one saw that coming.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about Kuno doesn't fuck.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the...
He's down playing. The dashboard lights up with the lights unfold.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers, an aluminium block runs the surfaces.
What? That thing, any capable light, all RCM...
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a sorry sight. Arson, petty you don't exactly close them. So... It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of... Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HD. Why, yes, your precinct number is... Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials. feeling isn't really probably for the best, because HDB feels like bad news from yesteryear. Like it takes about half an hour to piece one together using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start? Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox. As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stock lorries.
Ah, Martinez. Let me see. Right here. Oh yes, Coal City, Le Royaume.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. It runs all the way around. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 100. The last row has 3 perforations. That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed.
Alpha male officers.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? No shame in working erect. This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, there are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for. Yes.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now. Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab. The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page. To the right.
Hello again, officer. How are things? Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow. Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see? That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbour gates. This is a great vantage point.
No, of course not. I don't understand what this is about. The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped. He's always giving me trouble. Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job, but that kid is beyond help. And he certainly won't help.
You've been resting here for quite a while.
Yes, I'm tired.
I understand. The RCM isn't...
There's silence, the smallest of smiles.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. I think we're done here. Let's go.
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind? Hello again, my man. What's on your mind? Hello again, my man. What's on...
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems
You really are the law.
just like that.
Hello again, my man. What's on your...
In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing. Flecks of brown, and it's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest.
Excuse me? Man, I don't know what to say. Not much. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way. Waiting all the way in Diora. And Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much. On another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my... What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. What about you, Copman? You missing...
Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough to know who you miss. Missing like that doesn't feel like it has, but thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone, and I know it wasn't easy to ask. Now it's turning into a... Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. The bosses, man. Makes sense. It sucks is what...
Maybe don't tell people. The people they don't like are actually right. Wow, you work hard. Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way. And you, a little. It ain't easy. Sure. Are you rich? That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave and you're still practically a hobo. Because of the taxes. G-Man's got... Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate? That is Revachol. Every time you wipe your 98% of all your money. What are you, a racist? Don't be a racist. Be a cool immigrant, ultra-liberal free market. Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight.